The Carters are definitely no strangers to the celebrity rumor mill, and as longtime pros, they know how fans and magazines like to take stories and run with them, exaggerating what they can and making up what they don't know. Some rumors are harmless, like Bey apparently being 2 years younger than she really is, while others are just downright wrong, like the conspiracy that Solange is actually Bey's daughter, despite the fact Beyonce would have needed to give birth to Solange when she was 5, but whatever. But some rumors take on more sinister tones than just not wanting to be 40. Illuminati, devil worshipping, and sacrificing people for their own success, Jay and Bey have been accused of it all, and not just once. Secret affiliations and a couple's immense showbiz power have all led fans to speculate about the real secret to their success. Jay has even been accused of keeping Beyonce drugged up so she doesn't leave him, which to me sounds like a really mean way to say she's too pretty for the New York rapper. But anyway, while most of the proof that gets thrown around by conspiracy theorists comes from grainy videos and random tweets, things took a different turn after Beyonce's former bodyguard, Uncle Ron, took to his TikTok to spill the tea on the celeb couple's darkest secrets. So strap yourselves in and maybe leave a light on, because we're gonna take a dive into the murky and sinister world of Beyonce and Jay-Z. First, a bit of background. Jay and Beyonce first met back in 2000 while on a plane to Cancun. Both artists were on their way to the MTV Spring Break Festival, and despite only chatting for a few minutes, they both left a mark on each other and stayed in touch. A year later, Jay-Z invited the 19-year-old out on what would become their first date, taking a Texan to Nobu, a popular celeb eating spot. For some reason, Jay decided to bring a friend along to the dinner, a decision he later regretted, calling it his first foolish mistake. But for whatever reason, Beyonce was unfazed, and the two soon became official. After years of speculation, the two made their VMA red carpet debut in 2004, signaling the start of Bey and Jay. They got married in secret in 2008, and soon welcomed their first child, Blue Ivy, into the world together in 2012. But this isn't the type of background you're gonna need. You've probably heard of the Illuminati before. They've actually got a long history that dates back all the way to the 1700s. Originally a German secret society of great thinkers, the Illuminati today refers more to this idea that various organizations and individuals are masterminding a new world order through their control of the media, pop culture, and politics. But where exactly does a pop singer from Texas and an ex-drug dealer from New York fit into all this? Well, Jay-Z has repeatedly been linked to the organization since the late 90s. Thanks to a string of hyper-successful platinum albums, which saw the Marcy Project's teenager go from selling crack to being listed on Forbes, conspiracy theorists wondered if his success was a result of his new Illuminati affiliations. Something a lot of theorists point to as being evidence is Jay's iconic Roc Nation hand sign, which involves him holding up both palms in a triangle formation. It's believed that Jay is actually making a nod to the Eye of Providence, a symbol linked to the Illuminati and Freemasons, both secret organizations believed to be fighting for control of the world. Whenever Jay flashes a symbol during a show or red carpet event, fans and theorists think he's signaling to the elite that he is one of them. Meanwhile, Beyonce's link has always been tied more to her associations with her husband. She shocked fans in 2013 when she flashed a Roc Nation symbol during a Super Bowl halftime show, despite never having been officially signed to the label. Neither of the Carters have ever made any official comments about the Illuminati rumors, and the closest thing we ever got to a statement came from Bey's 2016 hit, Formation. "Y'all haters corny with that Illuminati mess," she sings, before quickly shifting focus to other topics. For a long time, the majority of the theories have been just that, theories, with very little basis and evidence to back them up. But things changed in 2023 when Beyonce's former bodyguard, Uncle Ron, started a TikTok account dedicated to dishing dirt on his former employers. The bodyguard made a number of accusations, so let's start by dissecting them one by one. Firstly, he opens the conversation claiming that Beyonce and Jay-Z are ruthless social climbers who, would do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them. I know your deepest secrets, he continues. I know so much about you and what you've done. I know so much about how you get where you are, how you stepped on the many people. Ominous, right? Not content to just be general about it, Uncle Ron goes on to call Beyonce out specifically. Beyonce, how you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about you. That's how hateful you guys are. You step on anybody to get on the top. Beyonce and Hilson had a decade-long feud that began all the way back in 2008, when Hilson threw shade at Queen Bey in her song Turning Me On. Carrie sat down with Claudia Jordan and spoke about the decision to diss Bey on her track. When you're early in your career, you feel like you have to listen, and when you buck, they buck harder, and they make threats, and those threats are huge ones, and you don't feel like you have a choice. While she didn't use Beyonce's name, the song did feature lyrics that heavily implied that disses were about the single lady singer. Your vision cloudy if you think that you're the best. You can dance, she can sing, but she needs to move it to the left. When asked to clarify who the track was aimed at, Carrie simply responded that it was about anyone who tried to take her down and stop her from succeeding in the music industry. But is that enough evidence to say that Beyonce was the one who tried to take Carrie down? We aren't sure, but the Formation singer's actions post this track definitely show some level of bad intention towards Carrie. Beyonce's fans bombarded Carrie with hate night and day, leading her to tweet, "You have no idea what your hurtful words could do to someone's spirit. Years of verbal abuse from strangers all day long. Enough is enough." Carrie wouldn't release another song for years, citing the immense backlash she received from Beyonce's fans. And the kicker, Beyonce just sat back and watched. Bey could have easily asked her fans to calm down, made a statement about her fan base's behavior, or even reached out to Carrie to end the feud. But Bey did none of that. Instead, she sat back and watched as her fan base destroyed a woman's promising musical career. Maybe that was the plan all along. Maybe Uncle Ron was right about the Carters' ruthlessness and willingness to step on anybody who gets in their way. And that wasn't the only accusation he made. The ex-bodyguard dropped another bombshell, this time about the couple's relationship, and claimed that their marriage was all fake. The secret 2008 marriage ceremony is apparently just a contract that existed to help them get to the top. Remember, your relationship was a business relationship, financial, to become billionaires, Ron said. A source said this about the pair's relationship: business is always a part of the equation. They know they're the king and queen of hip-hop and really all of music. Neither wants to lose that. Apparently, the romance was only ever felt by one party, Jay-Z. Jay reportedly spent years chasing after the young Beyonce, with Bey's uncle giving us a rare insight into the couple's early relationship dynamic. He was after her and she wasn't interested. She told me she wasn't too fond of him. I guess she wasn't attracted to him. Another source also recognized the value both artists had in signing their fake nuptials. Jay's a kingmaker. She recognized that. This was a come-up for her, no question. She had to learn the ropes as presented by Jay, but really, this was more about business. The source goes on to make reference to Jay's control of Beyonce. There's no bigger controller than Jay. She's great, but she'd be a little lower on the totem pole if it weren't for hooking up with him. Uncle Ron also backed this claim that Jay was using drugs to keep Beyonce under his control. And while no solid evidence has ever been discovered, a lot of fans have pointed towards her no drinking or drugs tour policy as a sign that Bey struggles to stay sober and benefits from a little distance from her rapper husband. Yeah, Beyonce is on drugs, Ron starts. She's been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way, referring to Jay-Z. But by far, the darkest rumor the Carters have been accused of is sacrificing other artists to help further their careers. We all know what happened to Aaliyah. But what if I told you Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Rockefeller Records are the reason behind Aaliyah's premature death? It's alleged that the label had Aaliyah unalived to make way for Beyonce as Jay-Z's queen. Aaliyah's death came at a time when Beyonce's career was struggling to get off. She just starred in an Austin Powers movie, which flopped hard, and she was struggling to get her solo career off the ground after leaving Destiny's Child. It's reported that Aaliyah didn't like Jay-Z and had actually fallen in love with Dame Dash, but that didn't fit the narrative Rockefeller was trying to create. Beyonce, on the other hand, despite her reservations about the New York rapper's looks, was more than happy to pose with the MC and help bolster this image of a power couple. Aaliyah, being older than Bey and with more industry experience, literally paved the way for Beyonce's eventual career. She was a singer, she modeled, and she was respected as an actress, with Jada Pinkett Smith's role in The Matrix apparently having been offered to Aaliyah first. It's obvious that Beyonce took over the career Aaliyah was supposed to have. This is where the Illuminati comes back into the story. Conspiracy theorists claim that the Illuminati had selected Beyonce to be their queen, owing to the fact that Aaliyah was trying to get out of the organization and had been outright refusing to do certain things. Both engines on Aaliyah's plane caught fire shortly after takeoff, and the singer died in March Harbor, leaving Beyonce primed and ready to take over. When you look closely at the careers both Jay and Beyonce have had, you do start to wonder. It seems like they've gone from strength to strength, and sometimes you just gotta ask yourself, how many times can someone get lucky? Are Jay-Z and Beyonce really a part of the Illuminati? And have they been using their power to grow their careers? Just a few years ago, Jay and Bey officially became billionaires, just like Uncle Ron had said they would. I don't know, but when it comes to the Carters, there's definitely something going on that we don't know about. As always, thanks for watching, and if you want more true celeb stories, check out our other videos on the channel. Bye!